Okay, so Tom Tyten. So we did have him come on the stream. I think the last one he was on. So definitely the biggest issue with him is that he just wanted to press buttons nonstop, and he didn't like really take 2 seconds to think if he should. And that was kind of his biggest issue, and that sort of runs parallel here again, and not recognizing some situations to capitalize on, as well as not recognizing some situations to back off on. However, movement's a lot better compared to at least a couple of the other players that we're watching. So, in terms of where he's at, kind of like more that mid-level status, I'd say like slightly more like low mid-level status. So, if you kind of feel like you're in that range, this will be a pretty good one to watch. So real quick, this is kind of broken up weird because it's Mega Man Chrom, Mega Man Chrom. So Mega Man Duck Hunt, and we did have somebody recently just complain about this matchup. It's not that bad. It's a very, very even matchup. They kind of act like polar opposites to each other. So Duck Hunt is going to control the neutral a lot more than Mega Man is, but Duck Hunt is light and he kills later, where Mega Man has cheese, mad cheese, where he can kill you ridiculously early. And not only that, he's very, very heavy as well. But he's still very good at controlling the neutral just because he can mess with a lot of things by using lemons, and Metal Blade also can mess with a lot of things as well. Crash Bomber can come into play in certain scenarios, but I would definitely say not as often, though it's something that you do need to keep in mind because it does explode when it hits like Gunman or if it hits Can. But yeah, no, overall, because of the way lemons work, it's like you can do your fair through it. So it's like it cancels out all the lemons and will punish him. And not only that, like you can clay pigeon through them as well. And you can clay pigeon through a metal blade that is regrabbed, I believe. I forget if it's stronger if you just toss metal blade out of B or if you grab the item and throw it. I forget which one it is. I think it's if you I want to say it's if they regrab the item and throw it, I think it's stronger. I think without that, it's a bit weaker. So you're just in time then. So overall, those are kind of the things that you need to keep in mind. And the other thing too is you need to know his cheese kill confirms. So running Metal Blade into back air is a very, very consistent kill confirm he has. Diagonal Metal Blade into up tilt's another cheese kill confirm that he has, or diagonal blade into jump back air is another one. So when he has Metal Blade in hand, that's kind of the time that you need to look out for the kills. And spot dodge up tilt's another one that's pretty frequent too. So like there, if you see him directional air dodge into you, that's a grab. And then it would have been like forward third dash attack can. It would have been very straightforward setup right there. That's the other thing that's kind of nice too, is because he does a lot of multi-hits, you can actually just like trade with them pretty frequently. So like Clay Pigeon, depending on how he lands and how fast you're throwing it, it can actually go through that. And also, yeah, with those, just don't air dodge and just like hold left or right. And then, yeah, when he's charging up like F Smash, just gotta be a little bit careful. So the other thing too that you need to keep in mind about Mega Man is when you're shielding on CAD, it's not really too good against him just because more often than not, if he's below you, he's going to be doing the up airs, and that's entirely disjointed. He's not going to be near you. Where shield can is good is if he's coming from the sides. If he's coming from the sides, then it's going to be a fair back air. And if he doesn't do the full spacing, which most of the time they won't because his moves are actually very safe, then uh, then it'll work. Let me get Mega Man out real quick. Oh yeah. No, they do like using down air on shield. That's something that's true. So let me find. Yeah, so back air is not safe on shield. So like that's negative 18, negative 17. So keep that in mind. That's good. Forward air, negative 7, negative 8. So only a couple characters really have a good option for that. And then, of course, they can also do neutral air on shield, which, because they can shoot multiple different lemons, this isn't really accurate to how negative it is on shield. Oh, oops. So yeah, this is something you need to keep in mind is like when you anchor can, like that prevents like a lot of things from happening. So like, lemons are going to go through that. F smash obviously is going to go through that. So to lemon you, he needs to jump and do it. So it's really effective for that. Yeah, also for Mega Man, keep in mind that he's one of those characters that does not rise with a hitbox as he's recovering, so you can kind of put him in situations where it's hard for him to recover. So don't be afraid to edgeguard him. If that, you could have grabbed very easily. Like F smash on shield is... Yeah, F special shield's negative 18, so like don't ever be afraid to grab that if he's right next to you. See, like, yeah, that was a really, really good setup. That's what you should be doing with your cannon and your gunman. Not sure why you did the F smash there. But yeah, like if you got a cannon a little bit earlier, you could have set up a little bit of better of a position for yourself. So yeah, never go for F smash like on the stage there. When you go for F smash, you want to be underneath this platform and do it. So then that way you cover the ledge, and then the last part will cover you'll cover the ground, and then the last part will cover the ledge. And you'll be in a much safer position to not get like reverse edge guarded. Yeah, also remember, if he's right next to you and he whiffs like up smash, you can just F smash him. Because you can just be out of range and do it. Yeah, I'm still not sure what that clay pigeon was. Like, that was just so random. Yeah, and then also, like, when you're on top of Mega Man, just hold shield or just, like, roll away. And then just, like, wait for his option. And then you choose your way to get down. So, yeah, when you do that, so that thing, drop down jump can is really good. Because the second can, like, it hits the projectile, it'll just anchor. And, like, literally, like, you don't ever have to worry about F smash actually hitting you. So we're actually really broken against it. But you do need to keep in mind that Mega Man is one of those characters that you cannot ledge camp. And remember, if he hits anchor can with F smash and that's what anchors it, when you touch it, it's going to get knocked back like it got hit by F smash. So that's the reason why you can't just like poke it there. So keep that in mind. And something to keep in mind too is when you get like can out, get up attack sends the can the farthest out of every single move that Duckin has. So you want to use that to send it far. Also, I noticed you try to do like your ledge trapping thing that you did earlier, but like ledge trapping does not, the ledge stalling thing does not work against Mega Man. There's one character that can get around it. It's this one. And like there, that was a really good ledge trap. I mean, that was a good trap in general. I don't know what you were trying to do there, but I'm assuming that you were trying to go for a jab block, and if you did, that would have been really cool. But yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out for you. At least you were able to get more than a jab off of it. And yeah, see, like, don't lock yourself into Clay Pigeon, because like that's just gonna lead to him just getting a lot more advantage. So here, just control center stage, more can. And that, like, that little dash forward was kind of weird because like his lemons actually would have stopped you. So you just kind of stay behind the gunman, and then when he gets over there, then you could just throw out an aerial and instinctively punish that because he wouldn't have had options to beat you. So like you're doing a good job of keeping that mid range there, keeping him trapped. And remember, it got anchored, so that's the reason why it went nowhere, because it got hit by lemons. Yeah. See, I think that was the. Yeah. So notice. Yeah. So he did like metal blade to back air, but you actually jumped into it that time. So you just had to like throw out an air dodge. So that was kind of on you there. He technically could have gotten a true confirm off of that, but he was like right in the moment where I think if you buffered an air dodge, you would have gotten it around that. Yeah, no. Overall, not too bad. It's just like you got some of your punishes you went for were just like really, really questionable, and then that just got you like reverse killed. Just to be a little bit better about that. And then I know this one's one of the Chrom ones. I'm going to just go to that next Mega Man game. Just so I can talk about that matchup more. I don't know why you had the... Was it the same player the whole time? Because if it was, it's just really weird that you did that. If it's two different ones, I don't know why you separated it like this. Yeah, something I should mention is it's a little bit better to fight Mega Man on a stage that's longer, just so that you have more time to set up. Because like Mega Man, he just kind of throws his metal blade, shoots his lemon, so it can be a little bit harder to set up against him on smaller stages. However, if you're really good at getting that first initial hit against Mega Man and you know how to set up against him very easily, when you're on the stages like Smashville and whatnot, it's really hard for him to just like get anything started, because like at that point it's just like he's just constantly dealing with Can. He's just getting blown up nonstop. And if you're good at setting up gunmen against him, super annoying for Mega Man, just because like it'll go through all of his stuff and just like punish him a lot. Again, when you have a moment where you can't true confirm your throw into any projectile, just toss him off stage. Again, like, right there, you could have done. That was weird. I'm not sure what I did there. So, like, right there, you could have just done, like, forward throw into fair, and that would have comboed. Also, like, offer those, like, lower percent, like, clay pigeons. You can do short hop fair fast fall with the sour spot, and then you can confirm that into a grab. So then that way, it's like you could grab him here and then forward throw him off there. So you can just get a little bit better stage positioning, more damage. So what he tried to do right there with that down air into like that up tilt, either he's going for the roll read, but if he wasn't trying to do that, he was actually trying to break your shield and you would have died. Yeah, unfortunately, a little bit off your mark there. Okay, so that's what it was. So if he does the raw throw with, so if he just does like neutral B and then throws the metal blade, that breaks clay pigeon. If he grabs it as an item, throws it, then it doesn't break clay pigeon. And it's not like it worries about being stale or anything like that. That's just the law of it. So remember that. If he regrabs metal blade like this, you can clay pigeon through that. Also, yeah, keep that in mind. Full hop down air into getting to roll into up tilt's a very common Mega Man trap, so you need to be very careful about that. Yeah, there, down angled F tilt would have probably killed in that instance. Yeah, you also got to be really careful with those rolls. Like he could have very easily reacted that with like an up tilt. So you just need to watch where he is, and then like just do like your full hops there because you have this platform to retreat to. It's just like you have a little bit more options if you do that compared to just doing the roll. Okay. I see. Yeah. So whenever you're fighting against Mega Man, that's just one of those things you have to deal with. So just make sure you could jump underneath the stage so down here can physically not hit you. Because like our auto step is big enough that we can just kind of avoid it unless he gets a perfect 2-frame. So definitely keep that one in mind. Wasn't technically a bad read, it's just your spacing was off. Yeah, so that right there. If you are not underneath a platform and you see a Mega Man full hopping over for you, you just need to roll. You need to roll away because the Crash Bomber plus that down air would have led to a shield break. So be very careful. Yeah, so there, that moment, it shield poked you with that down air. But like if it didn't, shield break. Also, just notice that like you're spamming Clay Pigeon a lot, and now he's just like jumping over and punishing you for it. So you need to be a lot more cautious about that. You need to focus a lot more on setting up and avoiding like the setups that he's going for. Again, yeah, don't roll. Like Mega Man is one of the best characters at catching roll because like not only does he have like F smash, but he can also just do like he can do up tilt, and then he can also do like full hop down angled Metal Blade, and then do like the up air as well. So like he's got a lot of very easy ways to convert off of roll. And you just need to make sure that you have your timing down for air dodge out of up B. From what I remember seeing, I don't think I ever saw you do the air dodges out of up B. So you just need to make sure that you have that into your gameplay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to give you like specific Mega Man things except telling you about those setups because you weren't really doing too much in neutral where I could comment more about the nuances of that matchup because you weren't really putting yourself there. You just kind of did a lot of Clay Pigeons and you just got hit for it. But like in that first game, you were doing a lot of what you needed to do. It's just like the way that you kind of approached him in certain situations was bad. Like when you had the anchor can set up and you could just ignore lemons on the ground and you could ignore F smash, that was a really good thing. But you didn't take into consideration how anchor can was working there. The other thing too was, you weren't really approaching him with like full hop fairs to just like sort of beat out lemons, but he wasn't really doing that too. He was mostly just trying to hit you with like metal blades a lot of the time. And he was going for hard reads by going for a lot of smash attacks too, which you could have punished pretty hard as well. At first you had a really good rhythm going with like using your Clay Pigeon to counter the leaf shield, but then later on you weren't doing that. So I don't know if those were kind of out of order, which I could see that being a thing. So definitely, honestly, that wasn't really a way that I knew you could punish Leaf Shield, so that was even pretty good for me to see. But also noting the differences between item Metal Blade versus toss Metal Blade is also good to know too, so you can use that Clay Pigeon around it. What's up, Super Slime? Wait, are you sub? Or were you gifted the thing? Oh wait, oh yeah, I forgot. You can now like you can use emotes without needing to do stuff. Why is that happening? I have no idea how to get rid of this. Wait. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I mean, overall, recoveries weren't terrible against him. Like, he didn't really do too many landings. It's just rolling from ledge is something that you need to just get out of your system, unless like you've conditioned that you don't do it, and you do it as the one mix-up where it's like, okay, now I'm guaranteed to get back and whatnot. So that's the thing. Like, Mega Man's down air actually needs to be timed really precisely to get Duck Hunt. It's kind of hard for him to get it unless like there's a wall. So like you want to avoid going to Yoshi's Story and Kalos because of that specific reason. So then that way he can't get like an easy kill on you. Other things as well. I think that's mostly it. It's kind of hard to comment on a lot of things. Just remember, if you do grab him, if you can't get the combo with your projectiles, just toss him off stage. Like at those low percents, none of those throws to cans were going to work. Or that one throw to clay pigeon that you try to go for, that wasn't going to work. The other thing too is like if you are going to use F smash to cover a landing, specifically when they're trying to get to around a ledge area, make sure you're like kind of like at this distance here before you do F smash. And then yeah. Yeah, like you actually had the timing down pretty good on this first game. It was the later games that thing kind of fell apart. It's just, yeah, you kind of weren't doing that in the town and city game. I did feel like you did a pretty good job juggling him for the most part. You didn't have like too hard of a time getting damage on him. It was just like certain things you weren't looking out for, and then of course not doing the air dodge out of the up B at the end, which that would have saved you. So let's get to the Chrom games. I think it's the first one. So talk about Chrom real quick. This is the epitome of the glass cannon. He dies ridiculously early, especially to Duck Hunt. I think you get this on him most infamously. He's the easiest one to do like clay pigeon F smash to. So that's a really good thing. But like his sword, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And the fact that like he's so good, his F tilt's good enough to like hit below the ledge too, it can make it a little bit harder to snap there. So you need to be really smart about how you approach it. The good thing is like our auto snap is so large that we can get around that for the most part. But like if you're coming horizontally, it can get you pretty easily. The other thing too is like when he's at ledge, while he can cover a lot of options, he does have to kind of commit to just covering certain options. So if you time your ledge options properly, you can get around him. And then not to mention, it's just like, a lot, you're not going to trade well with him. But the main thing you need to focus on is just getting him off stage. And if he can air dodge back, then you use down tilt to punish that. If he has to up B back, you use F smash to punish it, and then he's just gone. Or you can do full hop down air and cover that area. The important thing to remember about Chrom's up B is exactly how his hitbox works. It's a lot smaller than you think, though from a certain area it's a lot bigger. So when he does this, he has armor there, but on the rise up, like during this whole thing, he actually does not have he's entirely vulnerable, so you can just run off and do a nair in the middle of this whole path here. And he'll die unless he has a jump. And then the entire hitbox is in front of him. There is no hitbox on the top despite him spinning like this. So as long as you space yourself properly there, you can just like down air it. And then when he's coming down, you can see this is a gigantic hitbox. So you do need to make sure you're physically on top of him. If you're to the side or where his head is, you're going to get caught. Same as here. If you're like kind of where his head is, you're not going to get caught there, but like more on the way down. But you just need to make sure you're where his back is, and that's how the down air is going to hit him. And then of course, like F smash is going to outrange this, so you can punish that. So keep that stuff in mind. I forget if you did. From what I remember, you didn't. Like, I think it's just like you kind of did it to yourself. Like there, obviously you can't just like get up attack him. Yeah, like that was kind of like an issue right there. So let's go back to this little sequence. So you got can out, and then like he clearly missed, so you could have just like full hop back aired him in that moment, but you decided to back air the can, which makes absolutely no sense because he had a guaranteed punish right here. And that's something you need to be very careful about. Do not air dodge on stage against Chrom. Chrom will kill you. Like, that is like day one Chrom things of, I want to look for this one option and I know I can win. Just don't do it. That was a good DI off that jab because he actually couldn't have gone in the back air to kill you. See, that's the issue right there. You nared and you landed on stage. He could have very easily done something to kill you there. Yeah, see, like, you do not want to do your laggy options against Chrom. You need to wait for him to commit to something, and then you do your option. Otherwise, you just die. You will be immediately deleted, because F-tilt is very easy. Yeah, remember, the trap for that is always you do up air, and then if he air dodges it, you nair. And you have to remember, like, Chrom is fast, so if you make the first move, he can react to you and punish you, so you need to wait for Chrom to do something before you punish him. And then I think that's where you get the F smash. It was so cool, because, like, the can actually didn't ruin your F smash, so I was so happy to see that. Yeah, you're way too far away for that up air to work properly. You need to go into him. Can't drift away. So yeah, it's like, you know, you're choosing like some incorrect options, but like nothing that's gonna get you killed. That was a pretty good that was a kind of like a pretty good thing overall, since you were trying to like cover standard and roll away with can and then up smash there, and you know he didn't punish you too hard. He's so lucky that his initial dash is so good. And just remember, whenever you have Chrom and you know he needs to up B, just make sure you go underneath this platform here, and then you just start F smashing. That's the other thing too. You just need to control the center, because like Chrom's always going to try to get in. Also, Chrom is one of those characters, like, it's really easy to tell when he wants to go for an aerial. So you can just kind of be ready to parry it. Something to remember, too. If Chrom is not up-being and facing the ledge, he can't reverse grab the ledge. So in this case, you knew that Chrom had to land on the ledge here in order to make a recovery. So to emphasize why that's important, I'll show you this. Remember, this is Chrom's landing hitbox. As you can see, there is no hitbox behind him, so when he needs to land on stage and you're behind him, that's free reign for you to do any attack that you want, and he lands with 36 frames of landing lag, which is enough time to get any smash attack out. So very, very easy stock right there. And then obviously, that's not a very safe thing to do against him. Yeah, so I don't remember if you used your double jump or not. Let me see. So, okay, you actually kind of killed yourself there, because you did jump and immediately hit up B, so you didn't get the full height of your double jump before you up B'd. You actually could have lived that one, because I did hear you jump, and you didn't use your double jump yet. So that one was on you. You actually didn't choose you. You choose yourself. Yeah. Sometimes that's how it be. But honestly, though, that was a pretty good setup. Like, the fact that you thought about doing the down air there to extend the hitbox and like capture him, that was kind of smart. Because like if he didn't go for that up B, I don't think he had any realistic way to trade with you favorably. Could be wrong. Yeah, so that was really good. I was scared that you were gonna up air your own can. So you need to keep spacing like that at all times. And that's good you not drift in there. Yeah, a little bit late on that one, but like generally speaking, like at like the 50%, and you like if they're this close to you, and like if Can's like right behind them and you're that close to them, generally that's going to be a back air. If Chrom was standing over here, like where the duck is, and he got canned to you, that's when you go for up air. Closer to you, back air. Farther away, up air. So just kind of remember those distances. Yeah, that. I wish you looked at his percentage before you went for that, because like it would have been pretty obvious that he's going to land on the platforms there. Yeah, so that's the thing that's kind of unfortunate. It's really hard to get around that. I don't think he had to up B there. I think he could have done it later and got a can out. But, you know, when you don't get that, you just have to deal with the full force of Chrom. So, like, I remember, like, one big issue that you had was, like, you were just, like, kind of unable to, like, really think about setting up. And you really need to, like, get in that mindset of that. And then there you didn't cancel with an aerial, too. Yeah. Like, overall, those were all pretty good defensive options to kind of mix him up on how he was trying to get you. It's just that you didn't really have the best way to kind of reset the situation. So, like, let's look back at that whole roll sequence. Just go here to be generous. So yeah, that was really bad. So yeah, that was good. Shield. The dash attack is like, for the most part, it's like maybe you might catch the jump, but because jump squats are so short in this game, that was not really too reliable. If he shields, then he can literally he could just flat out kill you off of that. Like grab, back throw, wait for your thing, jump back air. So that would have put you in a pretty bad spot. He could have also like upbeat out a shield reverse. So depending on how, I don't think our dash attack crosses up, but if somehow like you were able to get to the other side and uppy was able to connect, that would have been very bad. And like you could have just like controlled center stage at this point, like as you ran away, just like be reverse can, and then as he comes to you, you should have been able to shield. And yeah, so like from there, like after you did the forward tilt, the fair, you would have been able to shield. So his quickest option would have been up, you got a shield. And then if he decides not to do that, then you could have butted him, but he decided to do down tilt instead. And I think down tilt, I forget the exact frame data on that. Down tilt is a frame. Down tilt's a frame 7 move, yeah. So like out of shield, I think that's like frame 18 because it's like shield drop takes 11 frames. So overall, let's see, from where you were, you probably were like plus 11 on this option, somewhere around that. But you know, if he did jab at the ledge, then that would have killed you. So like holding shield is just kind of your best option. You see, like that was a really good sequence right there. Yeah, like while the clay pigeon wasn't necessarily a bad option, just like doing a forward air right there would have been way more consistent, and then you would have been able to grab. Back throw probably would have been the best option, so you could just do the ledge guard, but you could have easily done like forward throw, grab, grab forward, throw fair, and then you would have carried him to the other side of the stage. Yeah, so that's like one area where you could have like either done the air dodge or you could have can aside. That was one thing I kind of remembered from the last time that we did a critique, is that you were kind of bad at air dodging aerials when you were off stage. So that's something you need to still work on. And remember, whenever Chrom's in a position like that where he needs to like do Aether back, just do an F smash, and as long as you catch him, he's dead. Yeah, you got so lucky that you were just able to get around that. Yeah. So like from there, I'm not sure. You might have been like just right at the end where you could have buffered an air dodge out of it, but I'm not sure. It may have been too early to do that. So no, Chrom up B spikes on the way down. That kills you. It's just, it doesn't kill you at 0% now. That's it. Kills you like 10 or 20% guaranteed. So yeah, you just had to like make sure that you converted there in those situations. And then like the clay pigeon just kind of put you in a bad scenario overall. Like right here, because like Chrom can fall so fast, you just like kind of want to do like a short hop up air. So then that way you're able to catch him as he's coming down. Whereas like that double jump, you were without a jump and now you got like the entirety of yourself juggled. Also the other thing too is like down air is just super laggy. So you generally don't want to put yourself in like in a very risky situation like that where he can just kind of capitalize on it. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of what happened there. I think like air dodging like diagonally on the platform would have been better. So you wouldn't have to deal, you would have at least gotten your jump back. You wouldn't have been in that awkward situation. And it probably would have been a little bit hard for him to get the kill on you there. But you know, I mean, overall, you have a lot of good things about you. Like generally speaking, your on-stage neutral trapping is really good. Like you understand where to place can, you understand how to use platforms to your advantage, and you understand at least how to do your throw can combos pretty well for the most part. Like I think there was like 3 bad throw can combos out there. So outside of those weren't too bad. You need to watch your percents a little bit more on the clay pigeon. Like when you went for that clay pigeon F smash, like that clearly wasn't going to happen, but you know, you're at least still able to get the reads there. And then I think like your biggest issue that you have is the way that you ledge trap. I feel like you leave a lot too open and you don't understand like what options you need to do to like completely punish him, especially Chrom. Chrom's just one of those characters that you just need to know how to kill. When he's aethering, you just get F smash ready. And if you can do it, you can also do down air as well. But like F smash is a little bit better just because it sends him horizontal. And you also need to remember you can also do like Nair to just kill him as well, just because like if he has no jump, Nair just pretty much annihilates him at that point. But F smash is also good too. Can you do a quick rundown of how to handle Chrom up B wall? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, me. Oh, wait. I have to restart my system. It shut off on me. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, I mean, if you're the player that I remember, you can just if you're the Lucina player, you can just like you can just counter and then you'll be fine. Yeah, it should be the opposite way around. The better the player, the more you should be ledge trapping. That's for certain. Especially against Chrom. Like Chrom's just easy. Oh wait, I need to change the tag. I have no idea what this setup is. You gotta just, oh my god, I just just hit start. You have to remember that like ledge trapping is the most consistent, easy way to actually like take stocks. So that's why you need to like just make sure that you're on it. And actually, let's change the stage too. It's a little bit harder to show the edge guarding on training mode. We'll do small battlefield. Actually, the larger stage probably would have been better. Here, let me change my tag. Good. All right, let's put Chrom at like, I think 50% should be good. Yeah, we'll F smash you. So that's a little bit too far. Maybe 30%. Let's try 35. There, and now he's dead. That's all you need to do. The second that his jump is burned, he can't do anything to recover. We can also do F smash as well. And because like he needs to spin in that area, that's pretty easy to get. Do down angle F tilt. We do down angle F tilt again. So yeah, so like at that percentage, he's just dead from down air. And with Chrom, we'll do this. So that at that point, I was a little bit too close. So let me just. So there, it went up a little bit. So if you know how to like time it for like the time he's going up or the time that he's coming down, then you'll be good. And that's pretty much all you have to do. The Nair way is a little bit more consistent just because like you can apply that universally across all characters. But down air is also pretty consistent to do too once you understand the timing and spacing for it. When they sweet spot the ledge, that should be the easiest time to punish it. Sometimes it hits people that sit on ledge, sometimes it doesn't. So remember, this is what the hitbox looks like. Let's get this out. So the hitbox for Aether is pretty large. However, it's only in front of him where the sword is. It's not on top of him. This is what that hitbox looks like. So if you are not in this area, you cannot get hit by it. So that's why like F Smash is able to trade with it really easily. That's why you can always jump and down air right on top of him, and you'll be able to beat it out every single time. When he's falling down, this is what the hitbox looks like. So it's actually a lot better just because it's like more disjointed. It's a little bit further out here and it curves up a little bit. So it's actually, once he starts falling down, unless like you have a counter, it's actually pretty hard to contest this. But the rise up is what you hit. The fall down, like we hit that with our F smash. That's what you can do. Yeah. So our F smash has random patterns to it. It kind of sucks. Because like we don't really have a consistent way to guarantee that it's going to drop down. But like for Chrom, it's not really too much of an issue if it's going to hit him or not. So just kind of show you. So there, F smash went up, F smash went up, and then F smash went down there. See, so F smash dropped all the way down on that one. F smash went up, F smash went up, F smash went middle, F smash went up, F smash went down. So like any character that needs to get hit by the down version of F smash, that's not a consistent one. However, against Chrom, it's like you don't really need to worry about that as much. Like, actually, that might be a good way to practice. Let me do this real quick. I'm just trying to get it to a point where... Yeah. So it's like you want to let it out early, so then that way you can just like catch him on the way. Oh wow, that clinked it out? Huh. Yeah, so like I can stand all the way here and I can catch him like going on the stage. That's good to know. So this is actually a pretty good visual. So if you stand here, you cannot get hit by the downward hit of Chrom's up B. Let's do that again. And then he's dead. Okay, so that's a very, very good visual to have. So if you're here, the down hit of Chrom's up B can't hit you. Can does not extend the hitbox. Are you talking about like when Chrom does up B on can? Or are you talking about this? Which actually against Chrom, that might be the better option to have. Oh. And then we'll have can set up. Ah, man. Trying to see if that might be a little bit of a better way to deal with them. Let me see. Yeah. Nah, I think it's better to just do the normal thing where it goes like that. Because, I mean, anything that hits the can will extend a hitbox, so... So, like, it'll put Chrom in, like, extra hit lag if he hits can. Okay, yeah, no, that's true. So you're talking about... hold up. So you're talking about if you do this... Oh, no, not there. This. So this, and then you hit it with the final hit. Like, that makes some sense. Like, I think it stays out for 4 frames if you do that, so that's better. But, like, overall, I think it's just better to have can in an area where it can just cover more options. Like, if you can have can on the platform and then, like, you cover the rest with, like, F smash, then I think that's best. So then that way you can keep yourself covered. I would only, like, really hit the can if it's something that's going to, like, extend my aerial exponentially. So, like, down air, for example. Like, this thing lasts for, like, 20 frames when you do it. It's kind of ridiculous. Especially, like, this. Doing down air on can at the ledge is actually kind of crazy with how good it is, just because of how long down air is. Like, let me see if I can do... So it's like from where that duck head is, it still extends below, like kind of like where that leaf is on the side. That's how long that down air is. Like it's like you can catch Inkling's 2 frame with it. So by doing down air on can there, oh man, you catch so much. Which honestly, I need to start doing that against teleport recoveries. That'd be a really good thing to do. Oh, we still landed with the lag. All right. Are there any other questions that you had, Tom, or Adequac, about this matchup or anything else? If not, this will be the last one of the night. All right. Well, I guess if you have any other questions, we can just do it on